Grass National Park confirmed to be Gabby Petito. Now a new search intensifies at this hour. We thank you for joining us right now. I'm Natalie Pascarella.
And I'm Chuck Scarborough. One mystery is officially over tonight. Autopsy results tonight confirm that the human remains found in the Wyoming wilderness were, as suspected, Long Island native Gabby Petito. And the manner of death was homicide. Now the second mystery in this tragic case intensifies. This is the search for Gabby's fiance, Brian Laundrie. Investigators continue to comb a massive Florida reserve for Laundrie, a person of interest in her disappearance. We have live team coverage for you tonight on two fronts, but we start in Wyoming, where the results of that autopsy were just announced. Investigative reporter Sarah Wallace joining us live from Jackson Hole. Sarah.
Well, and Natalie and Chuck, I think you could definitely say this is a game changer. The FBI in Denver, which is the lead on the investigation here, saying that that body that was found is definitely Gabby Petito's. The manner of death, a homicide. The cause of death, in other words, exactly how she died, still under investigation. And Brian Laundrie, the fiance who is missing, now officially designated as a person of interest. Up this long gravel road is an isolated campsite on 24,000 acres of national forest land. Last night, it was finally reopened after teams of law enforcement shut down the area over the weekend, discovering a body Sunday that we now know was Gabby Petito's. Today, we spotted orange markers all over the rocks, hundreds of yards away from the nearest parking area. You can understand why the search was so challenging. This is a remote part of Bridger Teton National Forest, and you have to cross Spread Creek to get here. It is very deep in some places. The question now, who let this stone cross along the banks of the creek and when? There are virtually no footprints in the sand. It's also unclear what brought law enforcement to this specific section of the National Forest, but a couple prominent on YouTube shared a video they say they turned over to the FBI.
But here it is on the left, so.
And I slowed it down so you can possibly see it a little bit better.
Jen and Kyle Bethune said on social media they were in the area in late August and recalled seeing a white van that matched the one being driven by Gabby and her fiance. Her body found on Sunday, not far from the location they've identified.
We were heading back on this long dirt gravel road.
And we came across a white van that had Florida plates, a small white van. We were going to stop and say hi because we're from Florida too, but the van was completely dark. There was nobody there.
This part of the investigation still very much ongoing. The FBI is asking that anyone who may have seen the couple or their white van between August 27th and the 30th get in touch with them. Still unclear at this point when Gabby's body will be released to her family to bring her home to Long Island. Live from Jackson Hole, Wyoming, Sarah Wallace, News 4 New York.
Sarah, thank you. Now, obviously, these autopsy results could change investigators' approach to the search for her fiance, Brian Laundrie, and the search for him is intensifying. News 4's Paisley Cheng is live in Venice, Florida, with the latest on that side of the story of this two-part investigation. Paisley?
Yeah, Chuck, it's really unclear at this point how the search will change. I mean, he's been a person of interest here in Florida all along, but now it's the FBI who's calling him that. And late tonight, Brian Laundrie's family attorney issued a one-sentence statement about the news that she was murdered. May Gabby rest in peace.
New video of the search obtained by NBC News shows just how treacherous it is to search inside the Carlton Reserve. From above, you can see how dense it is, spanning over 25,000 acres. This is where authorities are looking for 23-year-old Brian Laundrie, believed to have gone into this park last Tuesday, days after his fiancée, 22-year-old Gabby Petito, had been reported missing.
Terrain's very difficult. Essentially, 75% of it's underwater. We're expecting to get wet by the end of the day and check the entire area for Brian Laundrie.
The teams needed all-terrain vehicles to navigate the 25,000-acre preserve because of the notoriously difficult landscape and drones when they can't.
We have multiple drone operators that have been sent out in numerous teams.
The search resumed this morning, one day after the FBI raided Laundrie's family home, removing computers, hard drives, and cell phones. And now that we know Gabby was murdered, the search will take a different turn.
The FBI is going to ramp up their investigation.
And they've been searching all day long. But police say nothing has turned up yet. And it's still not clear what they will find here or if Brian could have survived in these conditions. Like they said, it's 75% water. In that water, they have gators and poisonous snakes. We are live from Venice, Florida tonight. Paisley Cheng, News 4 New York.
Paisley, thank you. We'll continue to stay on top of the story for you wherever it may take us. Our live reports from Florida and Wyoming.